Jai Hind, my dear students, we are moving to the last topic of accounting ratio, and today's topic is the calculations related to profitability ratios. Profitability ratios. And I would like to recall what we have learned in the past few classes in the chapter. We have learned the first three categories of accounting ratios: liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, and activity or turnover ratio. So, my dear students, don't forget to watch the very important area for the board exam, the last category of ratios, profitability ratios. And also we have to do project work in accountancy from this area. So, you have to give maximum concentration to learn and listen my words. So, moving to the profitability ratios, what is profitability ratio? As the name indicates, profitability ratios are calculated to find out, to identify and analyze how much they are earning. How is the variation between two different years' performance? Profitability ratios are calculated to analyze the earning capacity of business. Normally, we are taking the gross profit, values of gross profit, net profit like that, operating profit to analyze the efficiency of the firm to earn something. And you have to keep in mind the different names: gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating profit ratio, and also the last one, return on investment. These type of ratios are the topics again coming for your higher studies also. Some topics are included in your syllabus of higher studies also, maybe CA or a degree, BCom, any courses related to commerce. So give your maximum patient listening. First of all, moving to the first ratio, that is gross profit ratio. You know the concept of calculating gross profit. The amount of profit is calculated by comparing the income and the direct expenses. So gross profit ratio is calculated to find out the percentage of how much they are getting as gross profit when they are getting some total of revenue from operation. Revenue from operation means the total amount of sales, the total amount of income they earn. So gross profit ratio as a percentage of revenue from operation is computed to find out the gross margin. Every time higher gross profit ratio is always a good sign for the organization. What is the equation to calculate this value? Gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit divided by net revenue from operation into 100. Once again, gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit divided by net revenue from operation into 100. So if the question is not given the value of gross profit directly, then you have to move. You have to calculate the value of gross profit. I think you are remembering what are the items we have to add and what are the items we have to deduct the value. Also, we can create a simple equation. What is that? Gross profit is equal to revenue from operation minus cost of revenue from operation also. So keep in mind, moving to the first problem, from this information, cash revenue from operation is there, credit revenue from operation is there, cash purchase and credit purchase is there, carriage inward, salary, decrease in inventory, return outward, wages are there. Some informations are, most of the informations are important for the calculation, but items like a salary, it is not needed. I think you are remembering the way of preparing trading account to calculate the value of gross profit. And remember, revenue from operation is the total of cash revenue and credit revenue. We have to find out that. So use the equations to find out the values of different items. We have to calculate the revenue from operation first. So revenue from operation is the total of cash revenue from operation plus credit revenue from operation. So 25,000 plus 75,000, we will get 1 lakh. And what is the amount of net purchase? Cash purchase plus credit purchase minus the return outward. 73,000 we are getting. Why we are calculating? Let us listen and wait patiently. Cost of inventory, purchase plus opening inventory minus closing inventory, that is given in that question, change in inventory plus direct expenses. We can frame the equation we will get 73,000 plus 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 5,000, 90,000 as the cost of inventory. And we are finding the value of gross profit using the equation revenue from operation minus cost of inventory. 1 lakh minus 90,000, we will get gross profit as 10,000. How we can apply in the equation? Gross profit 10,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100. Here it is 1 lakh into 100. So 10% is the amount or the ratio we are getting for the gross profit ratio. Remember every time the equation. Another problem. Here also we have to calculate the gross profit ratio. Net revenue from operation is there 80,000. Cost of revenue from operation is there 60,000. Operating expenses are there 10,000. Indirect expenses are there 60,000. Actually we have to find out the value of gross profit first by comparing the revenue from operation and the cost of revenue. So already I have listed the equation. Net revenue from operation minus cost of revenue from operation is equal to amount of gross profit. So 80,000 minus 60,000, 20,000 is the amount of gross profit. Then we can directly apply the equation. Gross profit ratio is equal to 20,000 gross profit divided by net revenue from operation 80,000 into 100. We will get 25% as the value of gross profit ratio. So that is the thing, not much important, even though you have to find it and you have to learn it very clearly by solving more problems. And this one is very, very important, operating ratio. Operating ratio, you know, it is related to the operating profit earned by a firm. And it shows the efficiency of a company's management by comparing the total operating expenses of a company to the net sales. They are comparing with the net sales or revenue from operation and the cost of revenue from operation. The operating ratio every time shows the efficiency of the company and its management. Why? Because the decisions are taken by the management. No? And the smaller if the ratio is very much small, the more efficient the company is and they are able to generate more. And we can use the equation operating ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses by net sales into 100. That is the equation we can use for the calculation of operating ratio. Cost of revenue from operation we can calculate very easily, and operating expenses will be there in the question. Operating expenses is related to the day-to-day operations of the firm, and the net sales is the amount of money after deducting the sales return. So keep in mind. And the operating profit ratio, actually it is a continuation of operating ratio, and it is calculated to know or to reveal the operating margin of the firm. Operating margin, how much they are earning as operating profit by comparing with the incomes and the expenses. And it is very easily calculated using a shortcut method that is listed here. Operating profit ratio is equal to 100 minus operating ratio, because we are calculating operating ratio as a percentage. When we are deducting from 100, the difference will be the operating profit ratio. And operating profit ratio, another way is there to calculate operating profit divided by net revenue from operation. Net revenue from operation, that is also another way to find out the value of operating ratio. So please remember the ways to calculate these values, and we are moving to solve one problem where we have to calculate both operating ratio and operating profit ratio. So some informations are there: the net revenue from operation, cost of revenue from operation, operating expenses and indirect expenses are there. Keep in mind the values and how we can find out the amounts, the ratios. Operating profit ratio we can calculate using the equation operating profit divided by net revenue from operation into 100. And how we can find out the operating profit? Net revenue from operation amount is there in the question minus the operating expenses or operating cost. We will get the operating profit. And operating cost is equal to cost of revenue from operation plus operating expense. Sometimes in the question the operating cost will not be there. So we have to find out adding by adding the cost of revenue from operation plus the operating expenses. So using that equation, 60,000 plus 10,000, we will get 70,000 as the operating expenses. And operating profit is the difference between that 80,000 minus the operating cost 70,000. We will get 10,000 as the operating profit. And after that, we can directly apply the equation. Operating profit ratio is equal to 100 divided by 80,000 into 100. We will get 12.5%. And when we calculate that separately, using that equation, operating ratio is equal to 100 minus that amount 12.5, we will get 87.5%. Or using that equation, operating profit divided by net revenue from operation to 100, using that equation 70,000 by 80,000 into 100. Using that equation also we can find out the value of operating profit, operating ratios. So my dear students, only in rare cases they are asking question, but we have to keep in mind the calculations related to operating ratio and operating profit ratio. Another question that will clear your doubts and everything. And here also the values are directly given. The revenue from operation values is there, cost of revenue from operation is there, selling expense, values related to administrative, selling and administrative expense is there. We have to calculate the gross profit ratio and operating ratio. So gross profit can be directly calculated using that equation, revenue from operation minus cost of revenue from operation. And 3,40,000 minus cost is 1,20,000, difference 2,20,000 is the value of gross profit. So we can directly apply the equation. Gross profit ratio is equal to 2,20,000 divided by 3,40,000 into 100. We will get 64.71%. And operating expense, it is the amount is equal to cost of revenue from operation. New equation we have to create from the amounts available in the question. So cost of revenue from operation plus selling expenses plus administrative expenses. So 1,20,000 plus 80 plus 40, we will get 2,40,000 as the operating expense. And the operating cost divided by net revenue from operation into 100 is the another way to find out the value of operating ratio. Another equation you can note in, operating expenses divided by net revenue from operation to 100. So 2,40,000 divided by 3,40,000 into 100, 70.58% is the value. So always keep in mind the way of calculating this ratio. Another one question is there to calculate the value of operating ratio. That will clear your doubts and you can enrich your knowledge regarding the calculation of operating ratio. So we have to go through the question. Net sales is there and net purchase is there, opening stock value is there, direct expense is there, closing stock value is there, selling expenses are there, distribution expense is there. So we have to frame the equation using that information. Cost of sales we can find out, cost of revenue from operation. Opening stock plus net purchase plus direct expense minus closing inventory or closing stock. So we will get 3,67,000. And operating expense can be calculated using the total of the selling and distribution expenses. So we will get 40,000. Then we can directly apply the equation 3,67,000 plus 40,000. That is what? 4,07,000 divided by 5,40,000 into 100. So 75.37 is the value of operating ratio. So always keep in mind the way of calculating these two items, operating ratios and operating profit ratio. And we are moving to the next one, very simple one. Never we are expecting this item in the board exam, even though we have to keep in mind always as a part of the syllabus, net profit ratio. Net profit ratio, it is also, the continuation of gross profit. It is also calculated to find out the percentage of amount for comparison of 1 year's performance with another year. What is the net profit ratio? It is based on all inclusive concept of profit. You know very well, net profit is the final amount of money we are getting as a gain from the firm. And it relates to revenue from operation to the net profit. That means net profit ratio shows the relationship between revenue from operation and the net revenue from operation and the net profit amount. So equation is framed here: net profit divided by net revenue from operation into 100. So keep in mind all these things, very important. We are going to solve one problem. So my dear students, we are moving to a problem to learn the concept of net profit ratio. From this information we have to calculate the net profit ratio. The amounts of net revenue from operation is there, cost of revenue from operation is there, operating expense amount is given, indirect expense and indirect amounts are there. And you know, net profit is calculated using the profit and loss account. From gross profit we are deducting the net indirect expenses and adding the indirect income to find out the value of net profit. So keep in mind that the equation we can frame: net profit is equal to net revenue from operation minus cost of revenue from operation. And also we have to adjust the values of indirect expense, because from the difference between net revenue and cost of revenue will be gross profit. From that we have to deduct the indirect expense and we have to add the indirect income. No need to consider the operating expenses. So we will get 80,000 minus 60,000 minus 10,000 minus 6,000 plus 4,000, we will get 8,000 as the amount of net profit. So net profit divided by net sales 80,000 into 100, we will get 10% as the value. So it is net profit, not gross profit. And we are moving to the another problem. Gross profit ratio of a company is given 25%, and the credit revenue from operation is given 20 lakh, and its cash revenue from operation will be 10% of the total revenue from operation, and the indirect expense is given 50,000, what we have to deduct. So only limited information is there. Indirect question, we have to find out the values at first. So we have to calculate the cash revenue from operation, because only credit revenue is given. Credit revenue is 20 lakh. They are saying that what? 10% of total revenue is cash revenue. So 20 lakh is equal to 90%. Then what is 10%? So we are getting 2,22,222. So total revenue from operation will be 20 lakh plus the amount of cash revenue 22,22,222. We have to find out the gross profit 25% of the total revenue 5,55,555. And we can find out the net profit by deducting the expenses. So that gross profit minus 50,000 is the amount of indirect expense. We will get 5,05,555. Then we are applying in the equation net profit divided by revenue from operation to 100. That amount 5,05,555 divided by 22,22,222 into 100, we will get the amount of net profit ratio 22.75%. And also please keep in mind the last equation from this area, a return on capital employed, or otherwise it is known as return on investment. So you know very well, a return, the amount of profitability, earning, when we are investing some amount of money, when we are bringing some amount of capital. So it explains the overall utilization of fund by a business enterprise. Capital employed means the long-term fund employed in the firm may include shareholders fund, debenture, long-term loan, etc. Alternatively, capital employed may be taken as the total of non-current asset and working capital. Not the total of all asset, but the total of non-current asset and working capital. Profit always it is refers to before interest, before charging interest and tax. So the equation we can frame ROI is equal to profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed into 100. Always keep in mind, the question will clear your doubt regarding the problem. Net profit after tax amount is given in this question 1,50,000 and the tax amount is 50,000. So it's very easy to find out the value of net profit. We have to add 50,000 with 1,50,000 to find out the value of net profit before tax. Share capital, equity and preference share capital amount given separately. General reserve amount is given. 10% of debenture is there. Current liability amount is given. Fixed asset value is there. Current asset value is 2,34,000. Share capital 4 lakh. Preference share capital 1 lakh. Equity share capital 4 lakh. General reserve 1,84,000 and debenture 4 lakh. Current liability 1 lakh. Fixed asset 9,50,000. Current asset 2,34,000. So we have to find out the amount of profit before interest and tax first. Already given 1,50,000 as the amount of net profit after tax. So we have to add 1,50,000 plus 50,000 the tax. How the 40,000 comes? That is the debentures interest. Debentures amount is there with the percentage. We have to find out the interest. So total 2,40,000 is the amount of money before giving the interest to the debenture and the tax to the government. And we have to find out the total capital employed by totaling equity share capital plus preference share capital plus the value of reserve and debentures. So 4 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 1,84,000 plus 4 lakh, we will get 10,84,000 as the value of capital employed. Then we can directly apply in the equation profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed into 100, that is 2,40,000 divided by 10,84,000 into 100, 22.14%. So it's very simple to calculate, but we have to remember the sub equations and we have to keep in mind the words before and after. Before and after, that sometimes confuse. So moving to the last problem of this area, we have to calculate the value of return on investment, return on capital employed. Net profit after interest and tax is there 2,10,000. Rate of income tax given here 30%. Shareholders fund is there 13 lakh. Long term debt 12% long term debt is given 1 lakh and 10% debenture is there 2 lakh. Just remember that, and we have to find the solution. Profit after tax is there. We have to find out profit before tax. So profit after tax amount divided by 100 minus that tax rate into 100. So 2,10,000 is the amount of profit divided by 100 minus 30, 70% into 100. So we will get the 3 lakh. And we have to find out the value of profit before interest and tax. So profit before tax is there 3 lakh plus interest on long term debt is there, and also interest on debentures we can calculate 3 lakh plus 12 lakh the interest on long term debt and also the interest on debenture. We will get 3,32,000 as the value of the amount of profit before interest and tax. And capital employed is equal to the total of shareholders fund plus the long term debt plus the debenture. So 13 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 2 lakh, we will get 16 lakh as the value of capital employed. Then we can directly apply in the equation 3,32,000 divided by 16 lakh into 100, we will get 20.75%. 20.75%. So my dear students, it is the end of this chapter, accounting ratio. Lot of problems are there in the textbook. You can find out the values. You can keep in mind all these steps to do the problems. Remember every time how we can clear the question very easily by creating shortcuts by yourself also. Every time remember the 15 equations, also the sub equations. Already I told you can create either on mind map or a concept map, a smart booklet regarding the calculation of the whole accounting ratio. So it's the end of this chapter, accounting ratio, another tool of financial statement analysis. Hope it is very helpful for your learning, and definitely I will begin another chapter in the next video lesson, that is at another important tool of financial analysis, that is cash flow statement. So stay tuned with the videos of my channel. Kindly please subscribe my channel and also share with your friends. And I would like to say one more thing: stay safe and be healthy every time. Have a nice day. Bye.